Hello everyone, Kite here. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Why am I reviewing a video game on a book channel? Well, sometimes games feel like stories you live through instead of read, and Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater has that exact vibe. So here are my full thoughts on this haunted folklore museum of a game. Part 1. Characters and Plot. We follow three main characters, Yuri Kozukawa, Ren Hojo, and Miu Hinasaki. Yuri is an apprentice to Hisuko Kurosawa, who literally saved her from jumping off a cliff on Mount Hikami. Yuri was left with the ability of shadow reading, basically a ghostly detective vision letting you see a spirit's final moments and track traces to important locations. Ren is a writer who's trying to make sense of Hikami's folklore, but mostly he feels like Aqua from Kingdom Hearts got dropped into a darker timeline. And then there's Miu, who's looking for her mother. Each character carries that tragic thread of Fatal Frame does so well. Not just horror, but layers of guilt, grief, and memory. Part 2. Gameplay. At its core, Maiden of Blackwater is about using the camera obscura to fight ghosts. It's an arcade rail shooter collided with survival horror. I chose the action controls, which feel like a mix of Resident Evil 2 Remake aiming and Dead Rising positioning for your portrait and landscape positions, and skipped motion controls because my wrist would have filed a complaint. The better you shoot, the more points you get, and those points fuel the camera's obscura's upgrades. Early on, things feel clunky in small spaces, like the inn where you squeeze around corners with ghosts breathing down your neck, but once you hit chapter 5 with Ren, the pace really clicks. It's fast enough to feel fun, but tense enough that one wrong move, like me getting whacked by a ghost swordsman 10 minutes into Ren's mission, can end your run really quick. I love that you can actually run in this game though. No slow survival horror power walk to safety. Running makes exploration fun, especially in bigger outdoor areas like the forest and graveyard. The world feels more like a creepy folklore park tour, complete with the cursed gift shops. Now, chapter 10. Oh man. This one nearly had me throwing F-bombs at the screen. Between teleporting enemies and the one-hit drain ghost, it felt really random whether I survived or got a game over screen. Honestly, I thought I needed a Piper Halliwell level freeze power for my camera to deal with that fight. Still, even in the frustrating chapters, the game balances arcade-like shooting with survival horror puzzle elements. It reminded me of a darker version of that old TDK Studios Haunted Mansion game, but here the exhibits fight back. So my final thoughts, Maiden of Blackwater is clunky at times, yes, but it's also layered, atmospheric, and packed with replay value. It's one of those games that feels just as much fun to watch as it does to play, which is rare for horror. Sometimes the ghosts are terrifying, sometimes they're tragic, and sometimes they're just kind of cute, like folklore grannies offering you cursed cookies. So I really found that old white ghost granny woman, the one that was in charge of the marriages and whatnot, just a really adorable design and a lot less creepy. So I came out of this feeling less like a survivor and more like a supernatural urban explorer, wandering Mount Hikami with my trusty ghost busting camera. And I loved it. For me, this was a really enjoyable piece of interactive horror fiction, perfect for Halloween season. I give Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater an 8.9 out of 10. So as always, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content on this channel. I'm your host, Kite562 of Kite562 Books and Manga Reviews, signing out. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day or evening. Later.